Hi Armando, I wanted to run through, I just got this open in Expression Web, so it doesn't really matter what editor you use. You could use Notepad if you wanted to, but the process is going to be the same. I wanted to run through how it's sort of put together so you can understand, because with this Expo, there is two basic phases of the page for the logo and for the graphic. And this is a unique one because we have the Font Awesome icon, then we have the text, the tagline, and a splash thingy here in the back. And then of course, as you resize, um, it all shrinks down. So there's two phases. There's the unshrunken, and then there's the resized or the shrunken, and everything sort of scales down. Now it's important that you use the same size background image. So let's start with that, this splatter mark here. Whatever you use for this, just make sure it's the same size so it'll resize properly, right? And the best way to do that is I'm going to go into my library, my site folder here. Let me just pause this video while I get the thing open. Okay, so I've just created a new page so we can just sort of throw it on here. It's the logo background. Okay, this image right here, it is 188 by 170. So basically just create a new image, 188 by 170, give it whatever name you want, and pop it into the site graphics folder right here. I mean, you can use it bigger and smaller, and I've seen both, and it depends on what the background, what the logo image is. If you can get it to about that size, I mean, typically what I do is I just open up this in Photoshop or Fireworks, and then import my new logo. I make sure it fits to the canvas size of 180 by 170, save it, and then boom, it's automatically updated. But you can use whatever format you want. So that's the logo itself, the background for the logo. Now let's go into how it's all put together. We have the site folder here, and then we have the layouts, and then we have the header one. And this is where it all comes together. This is where we have the header, and then the website name. There's the transitions to start with right here. But if you look down, icons are right here. Website name background, that's where it's positioned right there. Okay, and then what we do is we add a sort of width to the image to sort of help shrink it down. And this is where you may need to play around with the image size. And when it says header large image, what we're talking about is this right here. Okay, and it says 50%, but it actually scales up to 100%, and that's just because of the script, the way it works. So it's kind of a weird thing, but you can tweak this number here to change the size, I believe. I'm just going to redo it here because it's been a while since I've looked at this template. There you go. See how it's a lot smaller here? Okay, so you can change the size of the logo image right here. And as the page scales, what happens, and I'm going to show you this in Firebug, is here is our header class right here. Okay, see how it has a class of large? And there's header large, header, right? As we scroll down, you see how now it changes to small. We use some JavaScript to change the class as the page scrolls. Okay, so that way we can change or do different things as the page scrolls down by, like, for example, resizing things. So if we scroll down the page a little bit more, sizes for bigger menu, sizes for smaller menu, and this is the sort of key here is, see, when we get to the header small, this is where a lot of the different font sizes come in. So your website name font size right there is 40 pixels, but that's when it's on the small, and it's going to be a little bit larger when it's not using the small style. As a matter of fact, we don't even have it styled for the large in here because that's actually styled through excuse me, the styles.css right here. Let me just see where we got that hiding. My apologies, it's in the components.css. And like I said, it's been a while since I've looked in this one here. So in components.css, because that's a component. So there's the website name right there. There's your graphic logo. There's your tagline. All the bits and pieces for that top bit are right in here in the components.css, and that is at the resting or the large state before you scroll the page. And of course, once you start scrolling the page, then you have to look into the header 1.css and pretty much go to the sizes for smaller right here, and then all the different bits and pieces. This comes into play for the logo as you scroll down the page. Okay, so I don't know if that's answered your question. So this is the default resting or large header sizes right here. There's your font size right there, the font family. But as it scrolls down, you have to go to the header one, and then we've modified certain things like the header small, the website name changes to 40 pixels from 70 pixels. So if you can sort of, judging by the fact that you've had a lot of templates from us, I think you just needed to know where the heck, how the heck this is all sort of put together. I don't know if I've exactly answered your question. I hope I have. If not, please let me know.